Love, lies, and logins, the danger in digital dating. Have you ever gotten a message from someone you didn't know? Maybe they seemed nice, interesting. Maybe you felt a connection. Online dating and social media have changed how we meet people. It's exciting to connect with someone new, but in the digital world, not everyone is who they seem. Criminals are using these platforms too, hiding behind fake profiles to trick people. They're looking for your heart, your money, or your information. Many people use apps like WhatsApp, Messenger, and dating sites every day. They chat, share photos, and build relationships, but scammers exploit this trust. They create fake profiles, often using stolen photos to appear real. They'll shower you with attention, tell you they've fallen in love. They want you to feel special, to let your guard down. But it's all a lie, a way to gain your trust before they strike. Falling for someone online can happen to anyone. We all want to be loved, to connect with someone special. But it's important to remember that online things aren't always what they seem. Be cautious, ask questions, and never share personal information with someone you haven't met in person. Protecting yourself online is crucial. Your heart, your finances, and your safety could depend on it. This is the dark side of digital dating. This is the world of online romance scams. More than lonely hearts, scams beyond romance. Romance scams are scary, but they aren't the only danger. Criminals target people online in many ways. Job scams are a big problem. They promise amazing opportunities, high salaries, and easy work. These scams often appear on LinkedIn, a site for professionals. They might contact you directly, saying they saw your profile and think you'd be perfect for the job. These scams often involve interview processes that seem real, but are actually designed to steal your information. They might ask for your resume, bank details, or even copies of your ID. Never give this information to anyone online unless you're absolutely sure they are legitimate. Another common scam is the Cash App scam. These often start with a message on a platform like Facebook Messenger. The scammer might claim to be a friend or family member in trouble. They might say they need money urgently for an emergency. They'll pressure you to send money quickly through a Cash App. These scams prey on your emotions, making you want to help. They know you care about your loved ones and will act quickly in a crisis. But be wary. If you receive a message like this, always verify the person's identity before sending any money.
I remember getting a message from someone who claimed to be a recruiter. They said they found my profile on LinkedIn and had the perfect job for me. It seemed so real. They even conducted an interview over video chat, but then they asked for my bank details to set up direct deposit. That's when I got suspicious. I did some research and found out it was a scam. I was so close to falling for it.
Spinning the web tactics of digital deception. Scammers are skilled manipulators. They know how to play on your emotions and exploit your vulnerabilities. They create elaborate stories, often involving tragic events or urgent situations. Their goal is to make you feel sorry for them, to make you want to help. They'll shower you with compliments and affection, making you feel special and loved. They often use pressure tactics, urging you to act quickly without thinking. They might say they need the money immediately, or that the offer will disappear if you don't act now. They'll try to isolate you from family and friends, telling you not to tell anyone because it's a secret, or that people will try to stop you. They might even send you gifts or money, making you feel obligated to help them in return. This is a common tactic to gain your trust and make you feel indebted to them. Remember, if something feels too good to be true online, it probably is. Be wary of anyone asking for money or personal information, no matter how convincing their story may seem. Vulnerability in the male psyche. While anyone can fall victim to online scams, men are often specifically targeted, particularly in romance scams. There are several reasons for this. Societal expectations often encourage men to be providers and to be strong and self-reliant. This can make them reluctant to admit vulnerability or to seek help when they feel lonely or isolated. Scammers exploit this. They often present themselves as needing help or support, playing on men's desire to be protective. They might claim to be struggling financially or to be in a dangerous situation. This can make men feel needed and important, more likely to overlook red flags. Additionally, men are often socialized to be less emotionally expressive. This can make them more vulnerable to online scams, as they may not pick up on subtle cues or emotional inconsistencies that could indicate a scam. Section 5. Real lives, real losses, victims of virtual violence. The consequences of these scams can be devastating. Victims often lose thousands of dollars, sometimes their life savings, but the damage goes beyond finances. Many victims experience emotional trauma, shame and guilt. The betrayal of trust can be incredibly difficult to process. Take the story of John, a successful businessman who fell victim to a romance scam.
He met a woman online who seemed perfect. They chatted for months, sharing intimate details of their lives. She told him she loved him, even sent him gifts. Then she claimed she needed money for a medical emergency. John, blinded by love and concern, sent her everything he had. By the time he realized it was a scam, it was too late. John lost his savings, his home, and his sense of self-worth. John's story is not unique. Countless victims have suffered similar fates, manipulated by skilled con artists who prey on their emotions and vulnerabilities.
Section 6, Expert Insights, Navigating the Digital Dating Landscape. Cybersecurity professionals are on the front lines of this digital battleground. They see the devastating impacts of online scams every day. They stress the importance of being vigilant and aware of the risks involved in online interactions.
The internet has become a breeding ground for scammers, says Sarah Jones, a cybersecurity expert. They use sophisticated tactics to exploit people's vulnerabilities and steal their money and information. People need to be aware of the risks and know how to protect themselves. This includes being cautious about who you interact with online, verifying identities, and never sharing personal information with someone you haven't met in person.
Experts also recommend using strong, unique passwords for all online accounts and enabling two-factor authentication whenever possible. Section 7, Red Flags and Reality Checks, Protecting Yourself Online. So, how can you protect yourself in this digital minefield? The key is awareness and caution. Be wary of anyone who asks for money online, especially if they claim it's an emergency. Be suspicious of overly complimentary or affectionate language, especially early in a relationship.
If someone declares their love for you after only a few conversations, it's a red flag. Pay attention to inconsistencies in their stories. Do their details add up? Have they given you conflicting information? If something feels off, trust your instincts. Reverse image, search their photos to see if they're being used elsewhere online. If you find the same photo associated with different profiles, it's a scam. Don't be afraid to ask questions and verify their identity. Talk to friends and family about your online relationships. An outside perspective can help you see things more clearly. If you suspect you're being scammed, stop all communication immediately and report the profile to the platform.
Section 8, Staying Safe in the Digital Age. Knowledge is power. The internet has revolutionized how we connect, but it's also created new avenues for criminals. Staying safe online requires being informed, vigilant, and proactive. Remember, if something feels too good to be true, it probably is. Educate yourself about common scams and warning signs. Be cautious about the information you share online. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to ask questions. By taking these steps, you can protect yourself from becoming a victim of the dark side of the digital world. Knowledge is power, and in the digital age, that knowledge is your first line of defense.